You know you wanna see me shining, 'cause I'm the brightest part of you.
I'm Jackson, this is my Broncos wall, and you're watching
That's Good Broncos.
Welcome to That's Good Broncos. I'm Brandon Perna, the NFL anchor who uses the swear words Phillip Rivers can't. The Denver Broncos beat the San Diego Chargers 17-3 in a game where it's clear the Chargers have no future in San Diego. There's just some great Broncos fans in San Diego, like the Beerhead Boy.
Right here. Denver Broncos, forever. Poolside is from the Rockies.
Now during the game, my friend Nathaniel Leitner sent me this video that was posted last year by a young gentleman.
Welcome to That's Good Chargers. I'm here to say, fuck That's Good Broncos. What you got on me, bitch?
I have nothing on you. And I must say, I have not been this terrified of a teenage boy since before Joffrey was poisoned in Game of Thrones. Spoiler alert, That's Good Broncos. This game felt a lot like the Broncos and Bears game. All of the great offense came on the first series, and it started with an 11-yard catch and run by Vernon Davis. Ronnie Hillman followed it with an 11-yard gain of his own, and look at Vernon Davis locking down the edge for Hillman. I think his effect as a blocker in the run game has been hidden in the shadows. C.J. Anderson said, "Fuck you guys, I'll get 22 all by myself," by breaking numerous Chargers tackles. Demaryius Targaryen ran a great route, shaking his coverage to get wide open, taking the opening drive down to the 4-yard line. It was almost poetic that Thomas was the man to catch the only offensive touchdown of the day on this strike from Brock Osweiler. The Broncos took a 7-0 lead, but Tie-Dye Santa Claus never gave up his Christmas spirit. Kids, if you happen to see Tie-Dye Santa Claus this Christmas, just know you're getting brown double buckle sandals, a Life Force bracelet, and a newfound desire to give up showering. I think Darian Stewart's new nickname should be the tight end killer, or tight end murderer, or slayer, destroyer, demolisher, assassin, butcher, executioner. Let me know in the comments which you prefer, because last week he took out Rob Gronkowski, and this week he annihilated Antonio Gates on his first target. Maybe hippie Santa Claus can explain to all of us how this is not a catch and fumble by Dontrell Inman. I see 1, 2, 3 steps with the ball secured and then it pops out. I'm asking hippie Santa Claus because the NFL still can't determine what a fucking catch is. And as angry as that made me, I was happy to see our old friend Orlando Franklin chumming it up with his old teammates. Chum it up, guys, but Orlando, don't forget, you answer to this guy now. I'll make a potty on your head. He's crazy. Their kicker, who I praised before the game, missed a field goal. No gooch for Lambeau. The story of the day was the dominance of the Denver defense, and it began to really take shape when Danny Trevethan picked off Phillip Rivers, returning it for the famed pick 6. The Broncos were up 14-0, and the final score from them came on this drive where C.J. Manderson cranked out a gorgeous first down run. Brockwork Orange converted a key 3rd and 1 with a prolonged QB sneak. And if you were wondering why Rich Gannon's wife left him, it's because his concept of sex is completely wrong.
When you're 6'8", you gotta get small in the hole.
Look, kids, if you get small in the hole, you're either nervous or trying to make love to a gender you're not attracted to. Either's okay, but trust me, I had a friend who looked nothing like me, who tried to make flaccid love to several men before he realized he was attracted to women. It happens all the time.
You gotta get small in the hole.
Brandon McManus, a guy who knows exactly what to do when he sees a hole, kicks this 23-yarder down the gooch, giving Denver a 17-0 lead. And that was almost immediately followed by a pick 6 by Chris Harris, which was negated by a holding call. The contact was legal as it was within the 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, but his arms sort of wrapped around this receiver for a brief second. Right before the half concluded, the Chargers' Josh Lambo kicked a 51-yard field goal, which means all the scoring in this game was done in the first half. I also just want to remind everyone how overrated a throwing motion is. Phillip Rivers looks like an 8-year-old boy when he tosses the pigskin, but it arrives on target. So if I hear anyone, especially Dan Fouts or Jake Marsing, talk about downward trajectory ever again, I will mail them a football filled with human feces. Not sure they'll get my point, but they're getting a football full of shit. The Chargers' best play of the game was probably this volleyball spike by Phillip Rivers after his pass was tipped. It's not a good day when your best offensive play is preventing the defense from scoring on you. After the game, Von Miller, when asked about his tussle with Phil, said,
I don't think he was happy with the cologne I was wearing, so.
Which reminded me of a Henry David Thoreau poem titled Mist. What? I like poetry about nature. And this poem ends like this. Spirit of lakes and seas and rivers bear only perfumes and the scent of healing herbs to just men's fields. Rivers, perfumes, men's fields. It's a little too perfect for the situation, don't you think?
I don't think he was happy with the cologne I was wearing, so.
So this next Balls Back Sack Attack segment will be filled with half-ass Phillip Rivers poetry, mostly ripped off from Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Bad poetry for Phyllis Withers. Thou hast taught me, not so silent rivers, many a lesson deep and long. The arrival of Avon has given you thy shivers. Fall from the division, football's saddest song. A miller danced upon your football grave. A robot from the future, super dreams have been saved. Bad poetry for Phyllis Withers continues. Shaquille Barrett had his fill. The obliteration of Melvin Gordon, losing yards. A running back who lost his will. Our favorite divisional villain was sacked by a horde of Broncos, led by Mr. Barrett himself. Mike McCoy was visibly pissed, on the sideline, still wishing he had a home of the Denver skyline. More bad poetry for Phyllis Withers. The domination of Von Miller persisted. A stripping, a recovering, the coveted ball. A San Diego team whose season was lost in the fall. It didn't matter which play was on the call. These Broncos players had come to ball. More bad poetry for Phyllis Withers. A vigilante named Brad lowered his shoulder. Another turnover on the afternoon. The sun shined, but it couldn't have been colder. A river's dammed, water swelling, drowning a buffoon. Poetry for Phyllis Withers. A raging river out of control, roaring by an angry wolf. Even thy panther knows this is a beast best left undisturbed, especially deep in the football forest where monsters are always lurking, ready to sack. Where in California all rivers are under attack. The sun is an enemy. When it shines and releases its rays, they envelop the river. As the globe warms, these destructive rays celebrate and rejoice with the evaporation of the illustrious rivers. I tumble for ya. More bad poetry for Phyllis Withers. Phillip Withers scrambles in a hurry, a QB panic, throwing with his arm of left. A loss of down is the theft. QB is for this, thou not so silent Rivers, that my spirit leans to thee. Thou hast been a generous giver. Take this 9th loss from me. End 21st century poetry. Gee golly, I know he was making fun of me, but that was really pretty good poetry. He was saying things that were true about me. After a rough outing against New England, I wanted to acknowledge Demaryius Thomas, who made an absolutely amazing catch in the 4th quarter. In fact, it was so good that he was rewarded on the sideline with a hand job from a member of the Broncos training staff. Finally, a hand job video you can watch with your mother. This was a pretty solid win for a Denver team who played without Peyton Manning, DeMarcus Ware, TJ Ward, Sylvester Williams, and lost David Bruton, CJ Anderson, Danny Trevethan, and Vernon Davis during the day. The only thing that soothes injuries is the big dick Player Award. And today, that is going to Sir Von Miller. Make sure everyone tweets Von Miller so he knows that his 2 sacks, strip/fumble recovery, and his refusal to take any shit from Phillip Rivers has earned him the coveted Big Dick Player Award. Next time, during a press conference, if you could simply mention that you're motivated by the Big Dick Player Award to play well, that would be much appreciated. One last thing, tomorrow night, or tonight, depending on when you actually watch this, but Tuesday, December 8th, 2015, join me at 8 Eastern Standard Time at fanclash.com to play NFL trivia from the last week in NFL football. That's right, Week 13 NFL trivia. The grand prize winner will get this framed Peyton Manning Records collage, and everyone will have a chance to humiliate me. This is a cash trivia site, and unfortunately, if you live in any of these 10 states, including Colorado, you're not allowed to play and win cash prizes. So if you live in a normal state, come play with me for an hour. Thanks for watching That's Good Broncos. Make sure you subscribe here to my channel and order your Brockwork orange shirts from the Buy Shit tab on my website, ThatsGoodSports.com. I also want to give a quick early birthday shout out to Jason Wally, or Whaley. I should learn how to fucking speak. His birthday is Sunday, and there's nothing better than a Broncos Raiders birthday. Jason, thank your wife, Cynthia, for getting you this free shout out. I really hope she gets you a better gift than this. If she doesn't, this birthday's gonna be a real disappointment. Oh, poor Phyllis Withers.